Or over Tony. I'm not sure yet, though.
I like that you're like, I'm sure I'll be over. I'm not sure yet, though. Even randos?
See, when you throw always in there, I just think like no matter what, you have to lick it. Like even if
I live my life like a cat. I lick buttholes and I take fucking naps all day.
All right. Yep. Well, hello there, everybody, and welcome to Brett and Tony with Ash and Abe. I'm Abe.
I'm Brett.
I'm Ashlyn.
I'm Tony.
Oh man.
Yeah. And
did we not sound like the only excited ones to be at movie club this week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Tony hates movies now, and
get those excitements
and it's
up.
Ashlyn.
Oh, you want me to get excited about this movie?
Yes, I do.
You do.
Yes, because I'm excited.
So before we jump into episode 86.
86. Whoa, 86.
86.
We're talking about a movie today.
Oh my gosh, shut up.
We are.
Okay,
It's
cool.
official.
Cool.
So
Just so happens I watched a movie.
good.
Yeah.
I did too. Does anyone have anything they need to get out of their system?
Oh, you are so nice about it. You're like, does anybody have it?
Well, yeah, dude.
No, guys, get it the fuck out of your system now before we talk about this movie. Get it out now. What do you got to get out? Was that? It sounds like I was too aggressive.
No,
Nobody
I
wanted to
like
say
it.
anything.
You know what's really exciting?
Yeah.
So we had a game night on my Switch, right? So we played Mario Party, Mario Kart, right?
Dude, sounds fun.
But so then I was like, man, I used to love Luigi's Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that game is fun as hell. So I was gonna go buy that.
I remember that one.
But
Never played it.
then, well, first of all, it's like $70.
Dude, all games are that.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
so
but
fucking
not
stupid.
because then I looked in the best deals on my Switch store or whatever, and all three old Spyros, okay, for $20.
I never played Spyro.
You never played Spyro?
I know what you're talking about, though.
I've played.
It's
I think
so
I played
good.
demos for it.
Yeah.
Spyro was awesome.
So did you get it?
I did.
All three?
All three. Plus, I also got Crash Team Racing.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm super excited.
Never heard of it, but if it's anything like the title, sounds dope.
It's amazing.
It's basically Mario Kart, but with different characters.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Crash instead.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Oh, do you crash it now?
Nope, it's against the rules actually.
Okay.
Ironically.
You try not to crash?
Yep.
Yep.
You try to obey all the traffic laws.
Well, that sounds so weird because in my head, when you said the name, I was picturing like a crash
know.
derby.
I'm just making
What's
shit
that
up.
derby thing in real life?
Demolition Derby.
Yeah. Yep.
No,
Dude, those
Crash
are
Team
so
Racing
boring.
is like Mario Kart. It's just Crash,
Yeah.
which I think I probably like more because I wasn't a huge... I like Mario. It's cool.
Yeah.
But Crash was my shit. Especially because it has like weird music and
More
like...
than Mario Kart 64, though?
Mario
that's a
Kart
good one.
64.
I mean,
that
that's a
takes me back.
classic.
That's where it's at.
It's fine. You know, I have nothing against it. I'm
Yeah.
just excited to have my Crash.
Nice.
But anyway,
Hell yeah.
then I was telling Katie, I was like, dude, when we have fucking game night next time,
Yeah.
I'm going to just bring over my Switch.
Yeah.
We can play
Dude.
Mario Party.
I got Mario Party.
I got
And you
Super
got a Switch
Smash.
too. I got a Switch.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll switch it up.
Yeah.
We don't need multiple switches.
We
Oh,
don't.
I thought that's what you were
you
saying.
can hook them all up to one
Oh,
TV.
you're going to bring it over because of the games that you have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Plus, I'll bring my
Okay.
remote because it'll be good.
Yeah.
I got remotes for the Switch too.
Cool.
Sweet.
I mean, I have 6, so we're good. But
So I already know Tony's answer. Bro, I didn't get a chance to ask you.
Oh, shit.
Did you watch Prey yet?
yeah, I totally did. Did
Yeah.
you watch it?
Yeah, I did.
Did you watch it?
No,
No.
Tony did not.
Tony didn't watch
He
it?
didn't get a chance to, yeah.
Oh, because it wasn't at the theaters.
Yeah.
Yep.
I only go to theater because I
Which-
enjoy cinema.
Yeah, me too. I would have loved to see Prey.
So if all of these movies that we watch for the podcast were in the theaters, their ratings would be like much higher.
If you watched them at the theaters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a theater.
So we're just going to have to start renting out the Capitol every time we watch a movie for podcast.
Every 2 weeks, we're gonna do this.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. I enjoy the experience of it.
so Prey,
Yeah.
Without any spoilers.
without any spoilers,
Yes.
first of all, fuck yeah, I love Predator.
Love it.
God.
Was a great fucking movie.
Great fucking movie.
I'll say that with no spoilers.
The only thing is that would I ever be able to choose that for podcast?
Sure.
Why?
Yeah,
not?
why wouldn't you?
Fuck it.
I don't know. You guys got weird
Okay.
rules about movies.
I think we
Movies.
made clear at the beginning of the year we just threw all the rules away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had
Yeah.
a waste paper backet and we put the rules
Yeah,
in.
like
Making sure
literally.
you guys
Because it's
aren't
trash.
gonna, go back on it.
Right now, the only rules involved in the movie podcast is watch out for Ashland's vetoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it.
That's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
basically the only rules are by you.
And actually, off podcast, we kind of took away the it has to be a movie thing too, didn't we?
What do you mean?
Because we were talking about like maybe doing a book one time or
Yeah.
something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
like,
still
like
with
it
the
doesn't even
movie.
have to be a fucking movie now, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Ashland and I will
For
read the
movie
book
club.
and you guys watch the movie.
Which I'm totally down with.
Guys,
Yeah. Yeah.
anybody else besides Brett see Nope?
No.
No, we haven't gotten to it
Not
yet.
yet.
I got to
super
see
excited.
Nope up in Davenport in IMAX,
Ooh.
Nice.
and it was awesome.
I've only been to one actual movie in IMAX, and that was when we went and saw 300.
I've never seen an
which was
IMAX movie. What's that about this?
Katie hadn't either. She was unimpressed, but she made me sit in the back seat.
It's almost overwhelming
row.
at times. I will agree. It is almost overwhelming, depending on your seats, too.
Yeah.
But it is almost overwhelming.
I think
'Cause
I
that
watched
screen-
Blue Planet or something like it on
Yeah, there
IMAX.
was. Yeah, there was. They used to run.
For school.
Yeah. See, I didn't count.
I like that you giggled.
I watched one of those too because it was underwater volcanoes
Ooh, that'd be
in
cool.
IMAX. But
That would be
at the
tight.
time, I was not interested at all. I was a high school student
Oh.
who.
If
How
I
Yeah.
can
could go
you not
back
be
and watch
Right?
those cool shits now, yeah,
I know.
I'd be interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just watching Brett almost click that.
No, I keep almost, and then
Yeah.
I let off.
Yeah.
Because I have to edit it, not you.
Anyone else have anything to get out of there?
I'll put the pin down.
Yeah, I saw DC League of Super Pets.
Hey, was that good?
It was alright.
Nice.
I saw that with my nephew.
I didn't
The
know
Rock
that was a
plays
thing.
Superman's dog or
Yeah.
something, right?
Oh, yep. I
And
do
Keanu
remember
Reeves
that.
played Batman.
Oh, Keanu Reeves. Oh, and Keanu Reeves was just attached to the Devil in the White City guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What's
my
that?
God. H.H. Holmes.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
This Eric Larson book that, I don't know, came out like 10, 12 years ago. And I picked it up then because, you know, me and H.H. Holmes.
Yeah.
It's an amazing book. I'm so excited about the movie.
Nice.
Yeah, even more
So
so,
is it,
with
it's
Reeves
all
in there.
H.H. Holmes?
No, like half of the book is about H.H. Holmes.
Gotcha.
And then the other half's about this architect that's putting together like the World's Fair back in like 18 whatever, whenever the Chicago
Yeah.
World's Fair happened or whatever.
1876.
Yep.
Nice.
I don't know if that's it.
Doesn't sound right.
I mean, it could.
Tony with
I don't
dates,
know.
though. Tony and dates is really weird.
Yeah,
could've just
he's
stuck
a
with him all
weirdo.
these years. Yeah. All right. So, also, guys, Ghibli watch real quick before we go
Yeah.
on. Since we last recorded, I've watched Princess Mononoke.
Yep.
And then last night we watched, me and Belly watched Kiki's Delivery Service.
Yes.
And Kiki's Delivery Service is now Belle's favorite
Nice.
of the Ghibli movies.
Dude, Kiki's is so good.
that's awesome.
We had a ball with it last night. That movie was fucking beautiful.
It
I want to
is.
live in that town.
Yep.
Oh my god. Not quite my first, my number one though, because last week it was Princess Mononoke, and I had seen it before, kind of years ago when it came out or something.
Right.
Whenever Jay watched it and bought it, and I watched it then, and I liked it. I remember liking it, but oh my god, especially after watching Spirited Away first, and
Yeah.
then Howl's Moving Castle, and then all of a sudden we sit down to watch Princess Mononoke. 3 minutes in, this dude gets both of his arms chopped off by a bow, and then another bow takes off his fucking head, and we're
Yeah.
just sitting there like, wait, what?
Right?
Wait, huh? It's one of those movies?
I loved it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was my same reaction because he pulls that bow back and his like arms start shaking because he's pulling it so hard.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden it just flies and just arms gone, head gone.
Oh, and then when he gets the like demon like arm thing,
Yeah.
and he gets even more strength. Jesus Christ, he's taking off all the heads.
It's a great fucking movie,
so
man.
many heads come off in that movie.
That and the it's he usually tries to put a message in all of the movies, but the environmental message in that one was so
good.
perfectly executed and so great. Love that.
And I love the thing that I've been loving about these Miyazaki. The thing that I've been loving about his movies is that he focuses so much on these characters that like I love, like all of the mostly all the characters. I just love them. And I don't know. He's so good with characters. He's so good with the art is so good. And then all of a sudden, Mononoke throws in blood for me.
Yeah.
Sold.
Yep.
But yeah,
Agreed.
That's my
So what's
Ghibli
what's
watch.
the official ranking so far?
For her, it was Kikis, then Mononoke, then Spirited
Spirited.
Away, and then Howls.
Okay.
Those are the 4 that we've watched so far.
Right.
So,
What's
and then
you?
mine is probably, Mononoke 1, and then 2 and 3 is like Spirited Away was just so fucking awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
But got that Kikis was just
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
fucking beautiful. This town was, man. That I don't know. It's kind of a toss up between those two.
See, I know Belle will hate it, but we'll have to let you borrow The Wind Rises, because I've told you about that one before, but it's all just a super adult story just in that world.
Nice, hell yeah,
Yeah, it's super good.
hell yeah.
Oh, and I also watched something
What'd you watch?
Beyond the Infinite 2 Minutes.
Oh yeah, you told Abe about
Yeah,
that.
I
in
need
the
to watch
Snap
this.
group.
Yeah, it's a one-take comedy short.
Oh, was
movie,
it
70 minutes?
one take?
One take.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that sounds dope as hell.
Yeah, yeah. I read the description once you sent it to him. I read it and I thought it sounded fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't read anything because I don't read anything.
No,
Yeah,
and I
I
didn't
know.
watch or read anything. I just watch it randomly.
Yeah,
That's awesome. I love finding movies like that. That's such a fulfilling feeling.
yeah. Whew.
Anything
yeah.
else?
Okay, nope, I'm done. Let's get into this bullshit movie.
All right. Spoiler warning. Do we need a spoiler warning on a movie that's 57 years old?
Probably not.
Probably not.
But
one that nobody's ever heard of, probably,
Yeah.
too.
And you probably don't need to go looking for it.
Well, so, and that 57-year-old movie we watched is Planet of the Vampires from 1965. This was directed by Mario Bava and based on a short story, One Night of 21 Hours, by Renato Pastrini.
nice.
I did good, didn't I?
You did
very
great.
good.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
proud
not even
of
going
you.
to apologize because I did good.
You nailed it.
This is an Italian-Spanish science fiction horror movie.
What's the Spanish? Is that the original story?
I don't know.
Oh, cool.
That's just what the internet
Maybe it
told
was
me.
shot in Spain.
Yeah. Well, it's probably like a Italian-Spanish like co-production.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
I saw one of the assistant directors was Lamberto.
Yeah, I did see
They
that.
they worked together on this one.
Hell yeah. Yeah. He came up. What do they call that? Nepotism?
Yep.
Yeah. Which is A-okay with me because he put out a classic with Demons in '85. So I'm glad he got his head start.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that case. So yeah, this movie is I'm excited to hear. It
I am
already
too.
sounds like
I'm
it already
excited to
sounds
hear
like Tony
everybody.
hated it. I'm excited to see what Abe thought about the buttons. All of the buttons in
I
this
was
movie.
not too
I mean,
disappointed, actually.
I was disappointed that there were not more buttons.
Well, yeah, they did seem kind of like buttonless.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they had buttons, not an overkill amount of buttons,
Yeah.
but they had a lot of lights, tons of lights. And the one thing I don't like about lights over buttons is this is
yeah.
being like the buttons flashed in a pattern, and it was an obvious pattern. And they kept doing it over and over. And it's like, okay, that's not regulating it. That's not.
So at any point, did you start trying to figure out the pattern?
Oh, hell yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you ever get it down?
Well, no, I mean, it's just, I reckon, like, it was the same thing. Like, and it wasn't even that complex. It was just like a flash here, flash there, flash, you know.
See, only your type of brain, though, is going to figure that out.
pissed
Like,
me
my
off.
type of brain, I don't even think about the lights. I'm like, lights.
No, like,
That's it.
with me, I
And
wanted
then-
to know what every light was supposed to be signifying.
Yeah.
I wanted to know what every button they're pushing was doing. Yeah.
Huh.
Because it drives me nuts. There can't be that many need for that many lights and or buttons.
We should look. How does the inside of, like, a NASA ship look? Like now?
A lot of gauges, I think.
A lot of gauges?
Yeah, let me look it up.
Okay. Oh, I guess
Gauges make sense.
Gauges make a lot of. You need to know the
Yes.
pressure of literally everything.
Everything. Their butt
If you're in a
pressure.
pressurized living environment.
And space shuttles, that's what those are called, right?
Space shit, sure.
That's how entertaining this movie is. We're talking about NASA.
You're cute, Tone.
I know.
Oh yes. There's a lot of things going on in this cockpit.
See? There's a...
All right.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I've never seen so many goddamn buttons, Abe.
Damn.
Man.
That's more than in any movie I've ever seen.
No,
Yes,
no.
yes.
Because what got me on this kick of when I noticed it for the
Yeah.
first time was when we did Alien for New Genre-ish.
Yeah.
And she was like...
There's a lot of buttons
One of the
in
first
Alien.
scenes is her in a room, and literally there's a wall
And
as
the
tall
room
as
is
her
just a
of
button.
buttons. And I'm like, there can't be that many buttons in that room. That pisses me off.
There has to be, apparently.
Apparently.
Apparently that was like realistic.
Yeah, that's way
So
more
now
stuff.
you can stop being mad about all the buttons.
Now you can like science
Well,
fiction movies.
Another thing I noticed with this movie a lot that I hated about sci-fi movies, especially the older ones, is the room that the main room of this spaceship is literally like a room probably as big as the whole bottom floor of your house, right?
Yeah.
And there's like 3 fucking things in it.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's
Yeah.
like, what is this? This room is
There was a lot of open
a
spaces.
lot. They could do
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a whole gymnastic routine
No, and that's
and
true.
not bump into anything.
And that's true. It would have been. It would have looked better if they like took half of that space.
Yes.
And then just made that like with the 3 things still, the 3 like little departments
Yep.
that they had there. Yeah.
Actually,
Agreed.
that's one of the things I did like about this movie were the sets.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
I agree with that. Exterior sets were
Amazing,
awesome.
yeah.
Oh, good.
Loved them.
I like these old like kind of movies where it has like where it looks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like on the soundstage with the shitty props
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Have you ever seen Star Trek?
Yeah, and I love it.
Because this movie was an episode of Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was made in '65, guys. Trek's from the '62.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just an episode of Star Trek.
Technology back then.
See, I like what you're saying. I do like when they threw it together and made it work.
Yeah.
I
'Cause
like
they
it.
had to. This is guys, this movie's before everything.
Yeah.
This is before Night of the Living Dead. This is before Psycho, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is
Actually, it was after Psycho. Psycho was 60.
was it 60?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
But still, what Night of the Living Dead's what 68?
But
3
those-
years later?
I guess my biggest beef is
Tony choked.
Tony's choking. He hates this movie so much.
dying.
I just want to die.
Yeah, I don't know. The sets were in some instances I felt thrown together, and then but the outside I feel like they perfectly executed because like they lit everything very well, and it was just beautiful. But the inside I felt like it was just a rush job. I don't know. I didn't like the inside interior shots at all.
Yeah.
Didn't like anything about them.
The ship shots.
Yep, ship shots.
Even the alien ship?
They were both what? There was only 2 ships.
No, there's the 3 ships.
Oh wait, there was the orange one. That's right.
Yep,
that
they
one
went
was
into
a
that
little bit
alien
cooler because
ship.
it was a lot more colorful.
with all the huge aliens
Yeah.
skeletons.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was 4 years
That
before
was-
2001.
Before?
No, 4 years before.
Oh, the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey.
It was 68.
There were some times I felt like there was inspiration behind some of the things that they were doing. That
Oh, from everybody.
Well, I know, but-
Ridley Scott ripped this movie off.
you also have to realize
2001 ripped this movie off. Everybody ripped
I wouldn't
this
go
fucking
that
movie
far.
off.
I mean,
I wouldn't
Living,
go that
Romero
far.
ripped this fucking movie off.
I feel like they could just be ripping off
zombies.
Star Trek, though.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I mean, I could honestly see Kubrick not whipping this off.
Okay, I want to know your jump to Night of the Living Dead. How did Night of the Living Dead rip this off at all?
well, I feel like like older zombies, like before this zombie movies, they weren't like. I mean, like I felt like everybody's like, and trust me, Romero's like one of my favorites.
no, yeah.
yeah.
It was nothing slighted against
No,
Romero.
I'm not slighting him at all.
Need
I'm
to
not-
know.
I know slight
Okay,
fault.
okay. I went hard. I went aggressive. I
No,
didn't,
it was more
I didn't
the
mean,
jump, I
didn't-
guess.
Yeah, I didn't mean ripped off. I meant
Inspired by.
Inspired by. Yeah. Sorry. Wrong
Terminology?
wrong tone. Yeah. But I feel like a younger Romero watched this movie, a younger Ridley Scott watched this movie, and we're like, hey, actually not even Ridley Scott, Dan O'Bannon, the writer of Alien.
Apparently, I didn't screenshot that trivia bit, but he never saw the movie completely.
Who?
I can't remember if it was. I think it was David O'Bannon.
Yeah.
He probably fell asleep.
He said he saw parts of it that were
Like
so
Aurora.
iconic that gave him inspiration, but it wasn't complete. Like he never saw the movie from beginning to end, so he was inspired.
Sure
by
seemed
it.
like it. They even find the other ship, the other race ship, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, dude,
with
Alien.
with the huge aliens that are inside that are just skeletons. That even happens in Alien.
Oh.
I love Alien, dude.
Oh, me
Alien's
too.
my
I don't
jam.
remember that at
Me
all.
too, guys.
So
Trust
good.
me. You have to watch it now that you know that cockpits really do have that many buttons. You have to
See if it
rewatch it.
changes
and
my mind.
See if you like it more now that you know it's more realistic.
I don't know, man. I'm still trying to pin down exactly what it is. Buttons have to do with it a little bit,
Yeah.
but literally the only space movie I can think of actually liking was 2001: A Space Odyssey. Was awesome.
It's a classic.
And
For a reason.
Sunshine.
Oh,
And Sunshine's
Sunshine
just a
is
different
so
fucking
good.
breed of a movie.
That's a great fucking movie. Yeah.
So, I don't know.
that movie feels a lot like this movie, actually. I don't know.
So everything in space now is
Yeah,
inspired.
what are you
Everything.
talking
And
about?
slashers. This is a fucking slasher movie? God. This movie is
It
the
all
shit.
goes back to Planet of the
I
Vampires.
don't know. I feel like I just watched this movie completely different from you guys or something. Like I had a different pair of glasses on or something.
I watched this last night and I can barely remember anything that happened.
Really?
I'm on the same page.
I figured so
Yeah.
from this conversation.
I remember it just
I mean,
fine.
I remember it,
But that's because I watched
Yeah.
Star Trek and I saw this
I've
exact
never
thing
been a
happen.
fan of Star Trek. I always found it so boring.
there's too many buttons, weren't there?
yeah,
I wasn't a fan, but my mama loved Star Trek, so she used to make me watch it.
yeah. It's just
I was Star Wars, you know what I'm
me
saying?
too.
I was neither.
I was Star Wars.
I'm
Star Wars,
I'm
and
sure
then-
George Lucas was watching this movie
Oh
and being
my
like, you know
God.
what? I'll make a space odyssey now.
And then we had Alien versus Predator in our house. My mom likes Alien more. Not me. I'm Predator.
Are you?
All the way.
Oh, Predator's
Yep.
the best.
Star Wars and Predator. That's my shit.
But I love the
Alien is
and I love the
fantastic,
Predator,
though.
and
Yeah.
and I hate the Alien versus Predator movies.
Both of them?
Well, Requiem's a little bit better, but just because the first one sucks so much.
I'm
I never
so happy.
saw Requiem. I never saw
I'm
it.
so happy
really?
that you agree with, because this weekend we were talking about it a little bit with our family,
Yeah.
and they were on the opposite page. They said
Oh.
Alien versus Predator, the first one's the better one, and
Oh,
Requiem
what?
sucked. And I was
What?
like,
No,
really?
No.
I couldn't believe. I was like, no,
Are they sure they must
yeah,
have switched up or something?
they said the Antarctica one, and I was
What?
like, really?
How is that even good?
I need to
How-
rewatch
somebody-
it to give it
no,
another
no,
shot, but
No,
I'd rewatch it. I
No,
haven't seen it
yeah.
since
I have to
theaters.
see Requiem before I can even
I
vote.
saw
so.
both of them in the theaters.
I saw that one in the theaters. Yeah. Well, no, both of them actually. Yeah.
yeah.
So, anyways,
Yeah. Oh, this is part of get it the fuck out of your
yeah,
system.
nobody
isn't it?
cares about what you fucking watch in theaters, dude.
Shit.
So, anyways,
F you, man.
hey, keep on target.
So, basically, what happened in the movie, though, this movie, there's two ships, and they have meteor deflectors,
Yeah.
and so they can go through comets. But they crash land on this planet, and they start just going crazy. They
Yeah.
and then if they die, then they come back as zombies. Before zombies were a thing.
Yeah, kind of. It's
Before these
I thought they were
zombies
supposed
were
to be
a thing.
vampires.
It was a vampire.
This is back before zombies were even zombies. These were ahead of their time.
What does that have
zombies.
to do with anything?
They're
I
not
thought they're supposed to be
vampires.
vampires.
This is back when zombies were sometimes called vampires. Yeah.
Brett.
Yes.
Brett.
Before zombies went into their own subgenre with Night of the Living Dead.
I feel like they call them vampires out of a necessity for a name.
Yeah.
I don't think they were actual vampires. They're kind of like zombies, but
Kind of
not.
like demons.
They're literally taking over, like demons take over bodies.
Well, and then it turns out
yeah,
that
it's parasitic type.
they're not
thing.
even nothing. They're just an alien that goes into your brain and takes over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fully coherent and everything. So zombies is a bit of a stretch for me. I wouldn't call them zombies.
Yeah, because they're brain dead.
Yeah, but for most of the movie, they're just zombies.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. Because they all,
Enough for Romero to be like, hey, that's a good idea.
oh my god.
Just saying.
And see, that's what my big struggle is. I don't see as big of a connection to the zombie.
Every single movie is thought of because of this movie.
But
Yeah. Dude.
next time we
When Harry Met Sally, boom, this came from this.
the next
All the random
Mark
ass
and Trina.
movies.
next movie club, Brett's just going to
Titanic.
come with a list of movies. He's like, I thought about it some more, guys. This one and this one.
Guys,
I keep finding more.
Titanic, even though it happened before this movie.
Well,
the movie-
two ships went down in this.
Yeah.
They went harder than Titanic.
Okay.
They out Titanic.
Anyways,
I don't know. God. So nobody liked this movie but me, huh?
you don't even know our ratings yet.
No,
you're
you have no
you're so
idea.
defensive right now. It's
Yeah.
cracking me up.
You have
Like,
no idea.
Tony threw me off because he just keeps pounding in that he hated
but
it.
you know Tony now because we say he hates movies and that gets him butthurt. So then he's like,
know.
I hate your movies then.
I know.
See?
Maybe he's pulling a reverse.
Yeah, and he's
or a
going to rate
Brett.
it like a fucking 5.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
You
no
don't
way.
know.
I got to live with myself.
I don't think that's a
Gotta-
thing. I don't think that's a thing, guys.
Anyways, we got to get to the story, man. The juice.
Oh, that's
What
basically
story?
the story.
Yeah.
The two planes crash land. Aliens take over their bodies. They start killing each other. People start dying and then coming back with aliens taking over their dead bodies too. And then Mark. I only know that guy's name because they said it a million times in this movie.
A million
Times.
times.
Literally
That's the
any
mechanic, right?
Oh my god! No, I think he's the captain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's
Mark.
the Captain Mark.
Yeah,
Captain
Mark.
Oh, okay.
Mark. Hey, Mark.
What was the mechanic?
There was Wes.
Yeah,
Wes.
Wes.
Wes is the mechanic.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's the
yeah.
one who. Yeah.
And then basically people started in the crash land. You know how there's those meteor deflectors? Mm-hmm. Well, one of the ships, theirs just shits out on them completely. So if they try to fly off, they're done. They're just going to get hit by meteors. Yeah. So they have to. They're down to one ship basically.
Thought to have. Meteor deflectors, man.
I thought it was awesome.
That shit is awesome, though. No, but like, what a cool thought. Who would have thought of that? Because me, if I'm making a space movie, I'd be like, oh, turn so you don't hit the meteor. You know what I'm saying? This guy's like, nah, meteor
No, we don't
deflectors.
even have to have the actors turning
right.
to avoid comets.
It's kind
Meteor
of
deflector.
awesome.
I
Like,
know.
who
Thank
comes
you.
up with an idea
Are
like
you
that?
making fun of me though?
I'm really not. I swear.
Okay.
Not
I
on
think-
this.
Okay.
The meteor
think it's
deflector,
a
that shit
horrible
is
idea.
cool as
That's how
hell.
NASA came up with this because of this movie.
Yeah. And now thanks to this movie,
This-
we get to travel in space.
This
Tony.
isn't real, though.
No, it's not a real thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, there's not really called a meteor deflector.
Yeah,
Well,
It's
they would
because
have
it's
called it
deflector.
something cooler,
something
but
way better than
So
that.
Yeah.
I think it's a. I mean, and on paper.
Oh, it's a meteor rejector too. I'm
Rejector.
sorry.
On
Meteor
paper,
rejector,
I like that better.
which is even better.
Yeah.
It's a good idea, but the logistics of it don't make any sense.
Well, see, nobody thinks
Well,
about the
yeah.
logistics but you. I'm not thinking logistics. I'm thinking, holy shit, I can stop
I don't
meteors
think-
hitting my ship.
Do you think logistics when you're watching Godzilla and be like, oh man, there's no way that lizard's getting that tall. I'm out.
But they explained that because wasn't it cosmic radiation? Wasn't it radiation?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they explained it in this. It rejects meteors.
Wait a minute.
That's all you got to say.
Your logic for making it work is just reiterating what it does.
Yeah.
Oh, it just rejects them.
Yeah.
But how?
Bye, meteor.
It
See you later.
rejects meteors.
Talk
Oh
to
my
the hand,
God.
meteor.
You know what it does? It's probably magnets.
Yeah, probably. Exactly.
But as
Deleted scene,
Magnets,
probably.
is
bro.
there metal on meteors?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you
it'll
sure?
Be
Yes.
Yeah.
it'll be,
I mean, it's probably not on all of them,
Do you not
but
know
it's
anything
probably
about
on most of
meteors?
them.
Well, I know meteors and comets are two different things, and I think the comet.
They both have metals. I don't know. Metals.
Needles.
so you,
Metals.
you gotta get the right end of the magnet to deflect it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Because
You
the
know.
other one would just pull it towards you.
Yeah.
But this one will
See,
boom.
it sounds like Tony's coming around in this movie.
'Cause
Okay,
the-
but
yeah,
see,
the
then that
meteor
doesn't work
deflector.
either. Because what if it's the wrong fucking side? It's
Flip
the
it.
meteor
Just- hey,
attractor.
Hey, just flip it.
Yeah, but then what about
They
the other
got
one?
to steer and come at it from the other direction, so it pushes
Yeah.
it away, and then
I'm
they
sure
can.
science would have figured this out.
I like this.
So anyway, I liked that. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
Like, what a cool idea.
I think my favorite takeaway from the movie is the external sets. I loved that, but also
Yeah.
the gun. I like the gun effects.
It's just a fucking lighter.
I know, but
That's awesome.
But the way they did it is
Yeah.
so much cooler looking than Star Wars. I hate the fucking like the typical laser beam thing. I hate that.
Some
Love
might say
laser beams.
Star Wars got the idea from this movie.
They would say
Probably
that.
fucking true. Give credit where credit's due, George Lucas. Jesus.
But yeah, no, I like the gun effects.
And I love, there was a lot of cool light stuff in this movie, I thought. A lot of cool, in camera tricks and stuff like that.
Oh,
that
yeah.
That I just loved. This is back when movie making was movie making, guys.
You know what I didn't like?
What?
The scene where the woman and the guy are running at the end, right?
Yeah.
And, well, first of all, I did like how they did the camera tricks, too, where it was like a tiny spaceship that they have.
Yeah.
I love that, but
right?
that was more for like nostalgia
But then
sake.
also, okay, now this is, I hate this fucking part, but I thought it was kind of neat with the camera. The girl and the guy are running because they're trying to get the meteor rejector or whatever to get back to be able to go home, and she fucking falls. And she's like sprawled out on this rock, and she's looking down at this tiny baby puddle. Now, I liked that because that was cool because it was like, oh God, you're gonna fall into this like crazy melted pond. It's a puddle, but anyways, and she just lays there, and he has to come pick her up, and I'm just like, girl, use your fucking feet. Like, what are you doing? I don't know.
Step around that puddle.
I forgot how they portrayed women in these old ass shows. I forgot
that's
about
true.
it.
Yeah.
It's true.
It was rough, but I like the camera tricks. They're funny.
I want to know who came up or thought that their costumes were a great idea.
The costumes were pretty bad.
With their
I'll
collars
give you-
that
I'll give you
literally
guys
go
that.
up to their ears. They
Yeah.
can't even turn their fucking head.
And a lot of times I had problems differentiating.
Yeah, I didn't know which one was which.
Yeah, because there's two girls, right? And then there's like 10 dudes, and they're all like about the same age, and they all
back
look about
then-
the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All have
There
the
was
same head of
no-
hair.
Yeah. They all have the same fucking haircuts and everything.
Like, is that Mulk?
Yeah.
Someone say a
So-
name, please.
Yeah, it is.
Wait, no, yeah.
I do like. They just had no
And
way
then
to
I
differentiate between people back then, unless one of them had decided to do blackface for
Oh
a role.
no! I
Yeah.
was hoping that you went even worse.
Yeah,
I liked when they, like halfway through the movie, I think it was when they went to the other spaceship, maybe?
yeah.
The alien spaceship,
Oh,
where
the alien one.
they, no logical reason whatsoever,
Yeah.
they decided to put on orange suits instead of the black one. Like, because they went into their sister ship, and they were like walking around, and it was like confusing, because I'm like, okay, which group is which? It's really weird. And so I feel like the director was like, you know what? Let's put these in orange so that you can tell who's who.
How much drug do you think was done during this movie?
Not
During the
enough.
movie? I bet probably not enough. It
Not
would have
enough.
made more sense if they had some drugs on the set.
It was the 60s.
Yeah. They were like the only ones that weren't doing drugs.
Yeah.
So it just
this,
doesn't.
this was the straight edge group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what they came up with. So yeah.
I felt like this was basically an episode of The Twilight Zone.
Oh.
Yeah, but extended and not good at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
an episode of The Twilight Zone that just went on a little too long.
Okay. Twilight Zone. I could see that.
I like The Twilight Zone, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But there are episodes where I'm like, man,
Because
this
this would
needs
be-
to end.
Man, this is pretty thin.
Yeah, this would be a really good 20-minute episode.
Yeah.
I did like. Okay, I didn't like because there was two twist endings at the end. You guys remember this?
Yeah,
Or did you fall asleep?
they're going to Earth.
Well, yeah. Well, the first one is that because there's three people that get off in a spaceship.
Yeah.
And it turns out the Wes guy is the only human of the bunch.
Yeah.
The other two, when did they get taken over? That part doesn't make sense.
I know.
Because all they've been doing is killing aliens.
Yeah.
Like this whole time. When did they get taken over by an alien? Were they was it a while ago?
Dude,
And
there
they
was a lot
And they
in
were
this
still
movie.
killing aliens?
Yeah.
There was a lot going
Yeah.
on. It was hard to keep up with, kind
And
of.
then John Carpenter was like, I'm stealing this for the thing.
Yes! Yes! All these bastards.
Well, see, I feel like there was just moments where they didn't explain things. Because, goes along with what you were saying. The first time they showed the aliens, zombie, vampire things coming out of the ground.
Yeah.
I was confused. I'm like, who the fuck buried them, and why are they wrapped in plastic? It turns out it's them.
Like,
they
why
are doing it. It's like, why didn't they show us that?
Although that was some pretty cool effects when they came out of the plastic.
They didn't show them burying it. But they talked about how they were going to bury them, and then they were going to do this other thing.
I must have missed that line of dialogue.
But yeah, the plastic thing was cool.
No, it was. Yeah.
The first twist, it didn't really get me that much because I was like,
No,
how the fuck did that happen?
Yeah.
Because the other guy and then the chick that escapes, they're aliens.
Because the whole thing is they have to basically be asleep.
Yeah.
Or be willing.
Yeah.
They did
Or
say
be
the
willing.
willing thing, yeah.
So where did they come from if they're not from Earth?
Well, yeah, and then that's the second twist, which I really liked. That twist is that they were going from the original planet that the aliens that take over your mind are from, and trying to get off that planet. They were going from that planet to the astronaut cruise, which you assume is Earth the whole time, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh well, the ship's fucked up. We're not going to make it to that planet. Let's stop over this shithole called Earth.
Yep.
Yeah, we can dupe these dummies like,
See, and that's
like
what
it's nobody's business.
that's what made me feel like a Twilight Zone episode because it's like the ultra
liked
twist.
that.
I liked it too.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
M. Night Shyamalan were like, I'm
Oh.
stealing all this.
Yeah,
Yep.
he was like double twist.
Idea notebook
Has he ever done a double twist?
in the bathroom.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know
didn't
what
get
that
it.
even means.
Yeah, I didn't get
I
it.
don't know either.
I'll have
So-
to Google that later.
Yeah. That was Planet of the Vampires from 1965. But wait, there's more. We're going to hear from our podcast family, the PFPN.com, and be right back with kill count, trivia, ratings, and a whole bunch of more. Like 4 other segments right after this.
We got nothing.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
Thanks to the PFPN.com.
Awesome!
You guys are
Awesome!
Tony, you're getting better, though. You almost have it down.
He had the excitement.
Yeah, it
close.
was there.
So close.
All right, so we're going to kick it over to Abe, right, with trivia. Abe, what do you got?
All right, I have a little bit, not a whole lot. The film went through 15 working titles before the American International Pictures settled on Planet of the Vampires.
Which I don't like. It's misleading.
It is. And actually, that was one of the big things that people rated it poorly for, is like the title's so misleading.
Yeah, I didn't see
And
any
I think
planets.
No,
The
no
other
planets.
title is Terror Planet.
Terror
which-
Planet?
yeah, which
That'd
makes
be better,
a little bit
actually.
cooler,
I like
yeah.
that better. Planet of the Zombies.
One of the cool things on how they did some things. Director Mario Bava used mirror-based Shuftan, don't know if I'm saying that right, process to combine live action with miniatures and thereby avoiding costly matte optical printing techniques.
Yep, I knew
which
that.
That's pretty cool. And let's see here. Barry Sullivan admitted that while dubbing his lines for English version of the film, he wept in amazement over the visual quality. It did look good for the time.
Hell yeah.
I will say that. And I was really happy
saying.
that it wasn't black and white. The
Yeah.
colors of it were
So cool, dude.
So gorgeous.
Yep. Me too.
Only one spaceship model was built for this film.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then they just reused it 3 times.
Except for the
Yeah.
alien one. That seemed a little bit different design.
Well, it says they only had one ship.
It does say that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. The costumes for the entire cast were done in only 20 days. I could totally see that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, they should have taken 21.
They should have. Do these collars really need to be here?
It was like a cheek cover,
I mean,
dude.
it bugged me because there was times you could tell the actor wanted to just turn his head to look at somebody.
But you can't.
No, he had to turn his whole body. Like, what's going on? Then to think that's it.
No,
There
I
wasn't a
agree
whole
with
lot.
costumes though. Like, how do you look at those and be like, "That's our guys.
That's
What-
the best.
That's gonna look so cool."
What was sad was they reminded me a lot of the costumes in X-Men.
Yeah, they did.
Without the collar.
Without the
without
cheek.
the too dramatic
Oh
collar.
man, X-Men was inspired by this
X-Men was
movie.
inspired by
X-Men, dude.
Yep.
Tony,
I'm mocking you, by the way.
you have a kill count?
Okay.
Oh, Tony, I know that you're mocking me. I don't care. I'm taking it as excitement. I'm turning it into a positive.
Okay. I count 5.
Okay.
5 on screen.
5 on screen.
5 on screen. There was a lot of times they would just walk up on a
know,
dead
and I
person.
wanted to count
Yep.
those,
Yeah.
but because of the time, I don't think they could show them. But I didn't know how we wanted to count them. Or
I
not.
think at the time 5 was pushing it probably.
5
Yeah.
was pushing it.
Yeah.
Especially with like some of them, because there was a lot of them that were like the way they did them.
No.
You would think it'd be 2.
So I'm still
But
in last
officially,
place.
according to the movie
the
itself,
movie, yeah, it's
they
like
come out-
12 or
they-
15.
they come out and say that there's 8 out of 18, only 3 of us survived.
Yeah.
And then Wes dies and turns
Yeah.
it to 16.
I was wondering if you guys were going
I
to
wanted
make me
to.
stick with the 16 or if you're
I
gonna-
thought about it just to make you
really
mad.
wanted to.
Because my argument was going to be, technically, they introduced some of the live characters
Yeah.
before.
Yeah,
And
but
then they
not
showed
all
them,
of them.
dead. Not all of them. And
Yeah.
I didn't know which ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they all look the
'Cause
same.
They all look like
They-
40-year-old white
Yeah,
guys.
I know it sucks. So that new total is 358,
358.
and what's up to 11?
Hey, that's pretty good though. And you're at 20, right?
Yeah,
All right.
it's
so
a race to the bottom.
race to the bottom, baby. That's awesome.
My next movie is gonna have like 3 balls, so I'm gonna take off some of that.
Did we ever
They
establish
have,
that was
they
a
have
thing,
to be
though?
on-screen births.
Okay. Yeah,
They
I
have
think
to-
that should be a
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
They have to show the baby too, right?
Yeah, right?
Okay.
Ooh.
And you have to establish the mom character though before she's pregnant because you have to go through that whole span.
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm sure if we're doing it properly.
know.
So
I don't
my,
know.
my next movie is 9 months with Julianne Moore.
It'll take off one though.
It'll take off one.
And that's got one great scene in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Yeah. I
Love
mean, I
it.
haven't seen it since I was younger,
I saw
but
it in the theater,
but
I
I
don't
re-
think it holds up.
I remember watching that one scene a whole bunch of times when Tom Arnold just like totally like takes that dinosaur down.
Yeah, Tom
They-
Arnold wasn't that.
Yeah, they
like
get into
that.
a fight with like this Barney lookalike.
Yeah,
Is it a fist fight? Because you're doing a fist motion.
Oh yeah, they're like punching it. Hugh Grant gets into it.
yeah, that was a good scene. I'm gonna watch that movie later.
yeah.
Right.
That's the only thing I remember that I don't even remember there being a baby and it's called 9
I saw
months.
that in the
But I
theater,
remember
but I
that.
don't remember the movie.
All right, so ratings.
Ratings.
I'll kick it off. This was my movie, guys. I'm going 4 stars out of 5 because this shit was a ton of fun to me. I'd definitely rewatch this. I'd watch it on a Blu-ray. I don't even know if it's on Blu-ray or not. I thought they did awesome with all of the set designs and stuff. I thought, like, for the time, like, I've got to put myself into like this mindset of, what if I'm watching this back in 1965? I've never seen Aliens. I've never seen any of these fucking movies. Like, this is my first
And that's the hard part. That's the hard part.
is getting over that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. 4 stars from me, guys. This was the shit. I'm gonna rewatch this this movie that started so many fucking subgenres. Shh. Everybody took inspiration from this movie.
I like how.
Everybody saw this movie.
Did any-
and loved it and copied it.
Were there any vampire movies that took from this movie?
I don't know. I'm gonna have
All
to,
of them.
I'm
All of
seriously,
them.
I'm seriously gonna have to
Twilight.
I'm gonna have to come up with a list of once I rewatch this on Blu-ray. I'm gonna have to come up with a list
Okay.
of all the movies that drew inspiration from this movie because it's a lot. Probably the only one that didn't was Citizen Kane.
Because I came before it.
Way before.
And Psycho. Because I came before it.
All right, Ashlyn.
2.5.
2.5.
Okay, that's respectable.
This movie was long. And
It
felt long.
It was so long.
And it was hard to, like, what the fuck is happening, man? Like, everybody looked the same. And yeah, It was all right though. It reminded me. It gave me a little bit of nostalgia for Star Trek though. Like, I also don't agree that everyone stole this movie idea or like
I
you
do.
know took inspiration.
I do.
You know, I feel like some people they were like, let's not do that part.
This
though."
is what we do not do.
It wasn't a bad
Does that
movie.
still
It just
count as inspiration, though?
no taking pointers. No, that still wouldn't be it. It'd be taking
Because if you're like, this is what we don't do,
take heed.
then that's still inspiration. Because the movie inspired you in some way.
Inspired you to not do
Ooh.
something.
Anyways, 2.5.
Deep thoughts with Abe.
So I'll go next.
Overthinking
Let's
with
hear
Abe.
it.
This movie seemed like homework.
It's all homework.
It was
Tony.
homework. It was hard to enjoy. I went in with a good attitude, and it destroyed it.
I was happy when this movie started.
I was happy when this movie started, and the sets were good. The effects were, good for the time. I'm gonna give this a 2.
You rated it higher than a 1. Holy shit.
I don't think he's given out that many ones this year.
I was just
I
poking
think just
him.
one.
I was just poking him, guys.
Don't make me.
He'll go down to a goddamn one. He wants to anyways.
I want to. Every fiber on my body, but nah, it was good sets.
All right, so I gotta give it a 2. My biggest complaint is literally, and the reason it felt so long is nothing happens on camera except for that awesome fight scene at the end of it. That was awesome. I loved it. Everything else is them literally telling us what happened while we weren't with them. Like, oh, we did this, we did that, we're going this way.
Oh man, I
It's
wish I
like,
could have seen that.
there's so much talking, and they don't go through and I mean, this might be before the big saying "show us, don't tell us," but they told us literally everything and
this
no
movie-
other options.
This movie inspired that show. Don't tell.
It did. That's where they came up with the thing from. It felt like this movie was the bridge between
The bridge to Terabithia.
Yep.
That
Talk
movie made me
radio
cry.
shows and movies where they were like, we got to explain everything, and they didn't figure out, hey, we have a camera here that's showing us what's going on. That's my biggest complaint with this movie. Other than that, though, I mean, I like their cool effects. I like the sets.
I would love to watch a Mystery Science Theater 3000 on this.
I would too.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
That sounds awesome. Is it
Super
a
cool.
thing?
I don't know. I have to
I'm
look.
sure it is.
Sounds
I'm
great.
sure it is somewhere.
Yeah.
Fun times.
I mean, this movie inspired like every movie.
It inspired Mystery Science
they,
Theater.
They,
Shut up.
probably.
That's the first one they did. They were like, this is kicking off our thing
Because
right
this
here.
inspired everything ever.
You know, you guys are just assholes, right?
Yeah.
And like you said, always lick assholes.
And that was Brett Defends his movie pick.
Hey, man, I've been there.
Hey, I've never been though.
Been there, done
From
that.
1965. Yeah. That's, I think that's it.
Boomers.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for checking us out and staying with
thanks.
us.
Like, subscribe.
Check us out next week when it's my podcast.
Oh, yeah,
It's
what
real
movie-
fun.
What movie are we doing next week?
No, it's not.
Next time.
Oh, you mean next week?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What's next week?
But
We're
the next
doing-
movie we watch.
Tokyo Gore Police.
Whoa, whoa!
I hope they sound like that too. Tokyo Gore Police.
And we all get to watch it together.
Yeah.
And,
Group watch.
and possibly get pizza.
And
Although,
possibly breadsticks.
I hear that somebody's sick of
Breadsticks?
pizza lately.
Please get blood
We've been
sticks.
eating too much pizza here.
There's no such thing as too
We
much
have
pizza.
Pizza Wednesdays over here, you know.
Yeah.
Be a Pizza Wednesday movie club.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for us, folks. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, something. I don't
Check
have
out
the
our
notes.
Instagram.
Facebook, our Twitter, our YouTube.
Yeah, I'm going to edit out every single clip.
But you got to keep his voice around there.
Yeah, just going, God, that'd be hard.
That was really hard.
Yeah. Sounds like it would take a lot of time, huh, John?
So much time. So much time. No more clickety.
I know. I got to